Liverpool are now staring at one of the most shocking transfer twists of the summer, with Paul Joyce confirming that one Liverpool star is set to leave Anfield after talks over a new contract completely collapsed. Nobody saw this coming. Let's break this down. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Just weeks ago, Ibrahima Konate publicly insisted he was close to an agreement with the club and made it clear he always wanted to stay at Liverpool. But despite that optimism, negotiations have now broken down. And unless there is a dramatic late turnaround, Konate is expected to walk away on a free transfer next summer. Reporter Ben Jacobs was first to break the bombshell news on X, revealing that Konate is now expected to leave after no agreement could be reached between all parties. Lewis Steele of the Daily Mail later added that the defender's departure remains a distinct possibility, following another round of talks, with small details reportedly preventing a breakthrough. But the biggest update came from Paul Joyce of The Times, who confirmed that Liverpool and the player were ultimately unable to agree new terms, with Konate now on course to leave once his contract expires. And if that happens, it raises huge questions over Liverpool's defensive future. Virgil van Dijk remains the guaranteed starter at the heart of defence, but beyond him the situation suddenly looks incredibly thin. Joe Gomez continues to struggle with injuries and has repeatedly been linked with an exit, while youngsters Giovanni Leone and Jeremy Jacquet are only just returning from serious injuries of their own. That means Liverpool could head into a massive summer rebuild, needing yet another centre-back addition, and fast. The club have already been linked with Bournemouth defender Marcos Senesi and Brighton's Jan-Paul van Hecke in recent weeks, which may now make far more sense given this latest development. What makes this story even more surprising is that Konate had arguably just enjoyed one of his strongest injury periods since arriving at the club. While consistency has occasionally been questioned, the 27-year-old remains an experienced, physically dominant defender who is entering what many consider the prime years of his career. If he leaves, it would bring an end to a 5-year spell at Liverpool that produced 183 appearances and some huge moments in red. But perhaps most worrying for supporters is the growing trend this continues. Konate would become the latest high-profile player to leave Liverpool for nothing, following names such as Mo Salah, Andy Robertson, Roberto Firmino, James Milner, Naby Keita, and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. With Arne Slot preparing for one of the most important transfer windows in recent Liverpool history, this latest twist could completely change the club's summer plans. And right now, Liverpool fans are left asking one huge question: how did a deal that looked close suddenly fall apart? One thing is certain, this is not the ending Liverpool supporters were expecting when Konate spoke confidently about staying at Anfield just weeks ago. Now, with Paul Joyce confirming negotiations have collapsed, the reality is beginning to hit hard. Liverpool are potentially losing one of their most experienced defenders for absolutely nothing at a time when the squad already needs major surgery. The pressure is now firmly on the club hierarchy and Arne Slot to respond quickly in the transfer market, because allowing Konate to walk away without a replacement could leave Liverpool dangerously exposed heading into the new season. And if this truly is the end for Ibrahima Konate at Liverpool, then it may go down as one of the most shocking contract collapses the club has seen in years. In other news, Liverpool's summer transfer window could be about to explode into life because, according to fresh reports from Sky Sports Germany, the race for one of Europe's most exciting young talents is heating up fast, and Liverpool are right in the middle of it. The player in question is 19-year-old sensation Yan Diomande, And it now looks like the Reds are making serious moves behind the scenes to try and win the battle for his signature before Europe's elite can strike. Florian Plettenberg has revealed that Liverpool are actively working to accelerate negotiations, with the club determined to avoid a long transfer saga developing over the coming weeks. But this is far from a straightforward deal, because some of the biggest clubs in world football are now circling. Here's exactly what Plettenberg reported. Behind the scenes, Liverpool are pushing for a quick agreement with Yan Diomande. 19-year-old Gem remains one of their top targets. Paris Saint-Germain and Manchester City are closely monitoring the situation and have already held talks. There is still no agreement with any club. RB Leipzig still want to extend his contract and improve his salary. That update will massively excite Liverpool supporters, especially with the wording suggesting Diomande is not just being monitored, but is considered one of the club's priority targets. What makes this even more intriguing is the level of competition involved. Paris Saint-Germain and Manchester City are both tracking the teenager closely, meaning Liverpool could be preparing for an intense transfer battle against two financial heavyweights. At the same time, RB Leipzig are still fighting to keep hold of him, with the Bundesliga side reportedly attempting to tie Diomande down to an improved contract amid growing interest from across Europe. Liverpool's urgency could be the biggest sign yet that the club sees Diomande as a major part of the future under Arne Slot, rather than waiting for the price to rise or allowing rival clubs more time to convince the player. The Reds appear eager to move quickly and gain control of negotiations before the situation escalates further. And when clubs like PSG and Manchester City are involved, acting fast becomes absolutely crucial. This is now a transfer story Liverpool fans will want to watch very closely, because all signs suggest the Reds are seriously pushing to make Yan Diomande the next exciting arrival at Anfield, with Liverpool now reportedly pushing hard behind the scenes. This transfer suddenly feels far more advanced than simple scouting interest. The Reds clearly see something special in Yan Diomande. But with PSG and Manchester City both lurking, this could quickly become one of the biggest young player battles of the summer. The key thing now will be whether Liverpool can move fast enough to convince the teenager before rival offers begin to intensify. One thing is certain: if Sky Sports Germany are correct, then Liverpool's pursuit of Diomande is very real, very active, and a deal could accelerate rapidly in the coming weeks.